The Tomorrow People episode 8 titled Thanatos. This is a really good episode. It wasn't what I expected it to be. It was about a lot more than just, oh, they kidnapped Jedikiah. But this is a really good episode that had some interesting moments in it. One of them being, everyone now knows about, Jedikiah's girlfriend, and she may or may not be in a lot of trouble. I don't know if, the founder, who we also get a face for, I don't know if he's gonna kind of go against, or kind of go up against Jedikiah and kind of look for her and figure out, why are you doing this or that, or maybe he even knew because of the way he kind of confronted Steven about it, like, what are you insinuating, when Steven was like, I randomly found this, and, he may have already known that, and he was kind of, since they're one of the, they're kind of co-founders, maybe he already knew, and he was just trying to, play his role to keep her safe. But she's kind of in the mix now. We learned more about John's past, which was really cool. Finding out that Steven's dad is actually dead, or he may or may not actually be trapped in limbo, sort of in between time. But we also learned that his dad was so powerful he could also stop time, which is a small little thing, but it was cool to learn that. We learned who Thanatos is. We learned, just so much in this episode. A lot of cool random moments that were just really good. One of the other great things about this was some of the action. I always think the action is really good in this show. Like, even when they're not teleporting and they're just doing hand-to-hand combat, they always make it look really cool. Like in the opening scene with Russell and Jedikiah, they have like the slow motion stuff, and Russell kind of like does like an MMA sort of flip, and he tries to like roll him over and stuff, and it was a cool little fight. And then the end of the episode where John's fighting, three people, that was really sweet to me too, and it was just good hand-to-hand combat. But that was cool seeing the founder, getting his character with more than just this overbearing voice was really cool, because we got to see this guy, when one of the think tank guys is, he calls Jedikiah a sap, because that's like a derogatory term for humans, or I guess it's just people they're looking for in general. The guy's like, you're looking for your boss, and if I've heard correctly, that's a term he doesn't like. And then the founder just kills that guy and sits down, like, this guy just doesn't play. He just killed this guy just because he used this term that he knows Jedikiah doesn't like. So I think he does have a lot of respect for Jedikiah, and it's not just sort of a, I'm the founder of I'm sort of a co-founder of Ultra, so I'm in charge. I think he has a lot more respect for him than at least I initially expected, because I thought, with him being the guy off in the mansion who doesn't even have a face when we first learn about him, he's he's the top guy. But then we find out in this episode there are a couple of co-founders. It's Jedikiah, Steven's dad, this doctor, and the founder, and there could have been other people, who knows. But they're all really equal, but the founder just kind of has that reputation for some reason. He was named the founder, and I guess because he wanted to really start the organization and not just do sort of experiments like Jedikiah and his brother were. But he's a pretty interesting character. He does not he does not play around. He will just kill you off no matter who you are, and he has that really strict sort of overbearing tone. He is a powerful character without using his power, so it was really good to see him. The end of this episode was amazing, because we learned that John did kill Steven's father, although they are, based off of the preview, he is sort of in limbo and stuff, so maybe they'll kind of let us know he kind of tried to do something here or there to kind of escape before he died, and somehow mentally he's trapped in between. But John, after he basically was able to kill, he went through the little test and he passed, and then his first actual mission was to kill Steven's father, who was like his mentor before he like really became an agent under Jedikiah. So he was kind of like torn between these two guys who are brothers, and they're both mentors to him, and he kills the guy who was really like a good father figure, if you think about it. And I love the argument between Jedikiah and John when he's like, I've been leading my people on a search for a dead man for years. And it was just really good. It was a great twist, and I didn't expect that. and he lets Jedikiah live, and he thinks he's gonna leave, and then of course with it being an ultra safe house, he ends up getting captured. So who knows what's gonna happen there? Because of course we learned in this episode also, Jedikiah really does care about John, and it wasn't just like, oh, you're my best agent, but he really does care about him, and he loved him as a son. And we learned that from Carr, who gets busted in this episode. So I don't even know what to think of that. I mean, there's so much stuff that could come out of that. Jedikiah could tell the founder. Jedikiah will obviously talk to Steven, and you know that'll play out in its own little way. And I'm sure, of course, he doesn't believe what Carr told him about finding a serum or finding a cure. But I'm excited for how that plays out too. But overall, this was a great episode, and I can't wait for the mid-season finale. Like, so far, I love this season, love the show. Hope it gets a second season for sure, because I think it's just really well done. Like, all the characters are good. Love the powers, love the action. There's always, the first couple episodes I thought, these are good, but once I got into like the flashback stuff, that just always seems to make this show perfect. Like, all those episodes, including this one, are my favorite episodes whenever there's like flashback and we learn more about the characters. And obviously John has the most because he was, with Ultra, but every episode's been good so far. Can't wait for mid-season finale. Comment below, let me know what you guys thought of this. Favorite parts, least favorite parts, and I guess the biggest question with it coming up to the mid-season finale, do you guys want this show to have a second season? Do you think it's worthy of having a second season, or do you guys are you guys kind of fizzled out with it already? Comment below, let me know, and thanks for watching.